Austin community is coming together to rally behind two champions, the Andrews sisters. Belle and Abby are fighting a very rare genetic disease. Their parents are determined to fight for their girls. Fox 7's Ann Wyatt Little shares their story.
Two beautiful girls, full of life, heart, and love. Belle is 6. She's proud of her job as a big sister.
She's just a real, loving, sweet, gentle, kind little girl. Always looking out for her little sister.
Abby is just 2.
Abby is very feisty.
Both girls are on a journey their parents, Pam and Chris Andrews, never imagined. There's something about a mother's intuition. For years, Belle was in and out of doctors' offices.
I already had a sense that something was going on. I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know how it was all tying together. Poor fine motor skills, poor gross motor skills, a swollen spleen, and the low platelets.
It was in the gym at Champions Westlake Gymnastics and Cheer that it became clear to Chris.
Good job.
Belle was always totally interested in the gymnastics. I can picture her on the beam when she was a little bitty, walking on the beam.
One time between breaks, she came back and she couldn't do what the other kids could do. She couldn't make it across the balance beam without falling down. That was a key moment. That was something that told me something's not right here.
There was no answer for the Andrews. Genetic testing was suggested. The process was long. The wait felt even longer. The heartbreaking news came back early in March of this year. The diagnosis, Niemann-Pick type C1, something the Andrews had never heard of before.
He said that she would live between the ages of 12 and 20. And you hear someone tell you that you got maybe 6 more years left with your little girl. There's no words I can tell you to describe what that feeling is.
It's a very rare, progressive genetic disorder with no cure.
You begin the process of a neurological decline, which can look a lot like dementia, or it could look like Alzheimer's. It can look like ALS, look like Parkinson's. It affects the mind. It affects the body. It's just a slow, steady decline.
Soon after Belle was diagnosed, Dr. Gibson said, I think we need to test Abby right away. And they came back that Abby has the exact same genetic markers as Belle. So both girls have the exact same disease.
Pam and Chris had to fight this cruel disease. They wasted no time tracking down a clinical trial.
I couldn't sit and watch my kids degenerate.
Every 2 weeks, the girls go to Chicago for injections of VTS 270. They're hopeful the medicine is slowing the progression of the disease.
We're dealing with a disease that 600 kids have in the world. None of the doctors that we have in our lives here in Austin have ever seen this disease before.
Their dream, to move the clinical trial to Austin. They're also working to start a foundation to support others and to find a cure. Austin is answering their call for help. From the gym to raising money online, the community is supporting the Andrews in their fight to save Belle and Abby.
It's a giant disease and it's a daunting task, and it's going to take a very large village, but I'm very grateful that we have a large village.
We are incredibly grateful that we have a shot. We have some sort of hope.
We do.
And I know, you've met my wife. She's, we're not exactly the kind of people that roll over and just say, that's it. And we're going to fight this thing as long as it takes.
The Andrews don't take a single day for granted. Pam and Chris are holding on to hope and prayer. They're comforted knowing the girls have each other and that they're not alone.
Just cherish every moment with your child, because we just don't know. When it's, your time with your children is going to end.
Ann Wyatt Little, Fox 7 News.
There is a fundraiser for the Andrews girls tomorrow at Champions Westlake Gymnastics and Cheer. It is from 1:30 to 4 at the gym off of Bee Cave Road. Families and kids of all ages are welcome. There is a $10 recommended donation. All the money raised goes to the Saving Belle and Abby GoFundMe account. Stay with us. We'll be right back.